All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure, where everybody's opinion is a lie. David, I'm sitting here thinking, man. All right, this whole stage idea. You've got going on right now down in Gladeview, Florida at Movie Prop Rentals. I've done my research on this place, David, and this place is very well known. They build a lot of stages. Lady Gaga, DJ Khaled, things like that. Pirates of the Caribbean. They build this place builds stage sets for movies, rock concerts, the works, guys. Very well known, very reputable company building these stages, right? There's no doubt David has probably held up the stage build because of COVID, right? Saying, oh, well, we don't need the stage probably because COVID, so let's just go ahead and halt the build, right? I'm guessing he's probably halt the build, I don't know, 2 years? Going on 2 years? It's just a guess, guys. This is just me thinking. I'm putting thoughts out there and just coming up with theories about how much this thing has actually cost him, what the designers are thinking about David, why the works. He's got to be in over his head. David, I know for sure you're in over $1 million on that stage easily, dude. Easily. You have no doubt dumped $1 million plus into that stage, especially with inflation. Wait, started the project 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago? Sorry, guys, my hair isn't in the glory tonight. Started the project 2-3 years ago, just before COVID. I think that's about when you started it. It was just before COVID. Then definitely when COVID started, you're going to stop that shit, you know? So you're in over your head. And I'm wondering, again, this is what I'm thinking. I feel bad for the people that are building this stage for you because they have no idea what they've got themselves into. It makes me wonder if they've done the research on you to actually find out who you are, what you're doing, what you've done. I mean, not only that, but you're using donor money, right, to build this stage set, and it's just sitting down there collecting dust. It's not even done yet. In over your head. I'm thinking he's probably in at least 2 to 3 million on it now with inflation rates. It's over $1 million. It's over $1 million. No doubt it's probably been held up by late payments, half payments, non-payments, things like that. Just given your pattern of behavior, these are things that I'm thinking. Why wouldn't, David? Why would David keep up with the payments on a project like this when he can't even keep up? He doesn't even know his own board members' names and everything like that. There's been people in the group, David, that know about these kind of things, about designing these kind of production sets, and they're not cheap, David. They're not cheap. They're very expensive. Like I said, man, I know for a fact you're in over $1 million. Easily. Cost, labor, expenses, set design changes, everything, man. All that kind of thing, all those kind of actions on a design project like this, David, set back time, everything. Set it all back. And you have these trucks, right? Makes me wonder, like, why the set designers haven't told you, hey, man, get your fucking trucks and come pick your shit up. I would like to think they're getting to that point where it's coming to the point where they're getting tired of moving your shit around. You have a $1 million a set down there that's worth millions of dollars that can only be used for you, David. That can only be used for you. Can be used for nothing else but your little miracle convoy, cult, crusade, arena, tour, whatever the hell you're going to do, heal cancer, right? That is the only thing it can be used for. That's it. Why is anybody else going to want to use your stage, David, right? Nobody's going to want to. It can be used for one thing and one thing only. David E. Taylor's scam, convoy, cult, crusade. So $1 million, easily. Time, labor, material, everything, David. That's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of money to blow and have absolutely nothing to show for it. That's the best way to do that. That seems like kind of your pattern of behavior. It's like you blow all this money, and in the end, David, you're really going to have absolutely nothing to show for it. And not only that, but the people who donated money to you aren't going to have anything to show for it either. That's the other problem. All the people that gave money to you, somebody brought up, all they're going to have is your dreams and your interpretations of dreams and your thoughts and what God said to you. They aren't going to have anything else but that. Maybe some shitty books too. You guys leave your comments below on this. I'm real curious. What do you guys think? Do you think that production set designer has a right? I would think that designer has a right to say, hey, come get your shit. We don't want it here anymore. It's taking up space. I mean, David, how do you spend $1 million on something like that, man? That's like, again, you're going to spend all this money and have absolutely nothing to show for it. A stage that you're probably never going to use. And again, it's donor funded, guys. All the stage that was built by donors. David's hoping to be the next Benny Hinn, but he's not going to be. David, we know that. You know that. Stop trying to be Benny Hinn. And just give up your scam, David. Give it up. And again, guys, this channel, I'm going to kind of go on for a few minutes here and kind of talk about a couple things here. This channel is always going to be dedicated to exposing corruption, especially within the church where people are using religion. All right. I've been putting some posts up about the one I saw recently, Martin Hyde, right? This guy starts belittling this cop. I don't give a shit who or what you are. You're not. Nobody's above law, man. All right, nobody. David, you're not above law either. This is why I do what I do. Fraud report's going out again for you this week. But anyways, channel is gonna be dedicated to exposing corruption, man. Fraud, corruption, whatever the case is. I won't discriminate, male, female, black, white. I don't care what background you come from. It's fair game as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to go out and scam and manipulate people using religion, fair game. But the one of Martin Hyde, that guy, that is where our corruption starts, man. That guy wasn't even elected. He was a candidate. He was a congressional candidate. And he was acting like that, right? I felt that guy needed to have some eyes on him also. Catherine Crick, she's on my list, all right? Big time. She's definitely on my list, guys. And she's going to get exposed too. She did the other night. The video I posted of that guy, I don't know who that guy was, all right? Whoever that guy was, if you're out there, man, please get in contact with me on my channel. I'd love to talk with you, and maybe we can team up, man. I think we could make a great team. This is just my opinion, but if we could maybe somehow get in touch and exchange ideas and thoughts on how to really stop these guys, I would be totally down for any kind of ideas that you have, man. I saw what you did the other day, and it was absolutely brilliant. I was sitting right there watching and laughing my ass off, so kudos to you, man. A big shout out to you. Don Key Dick, okay? Donkey Dick. That was his screen name on Catherine Crick's Zoom call. It was Don Key Dick. Took me a little bit, but I didn't realize till like a couple, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes later that I ripped his name. I was like, oh man. And so yeah, this channel is gonna be dedicated to exposing corruption, man, and in a very public way, because it needs to be done this way, man. It seems like everybody's kind of, I don't want to call people scared, but I get it. I think there's a certain fear that goes behind of putting your face out and calling out public corruption, you know, especially when it's right in our face. When we see public corruption, we're kind of like, oh man, we can't touch it because it's like they're too powerful. But no, we the people, man, and we the people, I think, are kind of pissed off at the system. You know, it's like, again, we're here because of David, right? We're here because the system has a hole in it. Right? This is just my opinion, guys. I try not to take sides in this. I really don't, but it's kind of, everything is a conglomerate. It's all tied together, man. Yeah, that's the. So I'm gonna keep exposing corruption. If I don't know how it's gonna be chosen, it's just these just kind of come to me, man. Like I don't know. Catherine Crick just kind of fell in my lap. I don't know how the hell it happened. Fell in my lap, and when I started seeing little things in her videos about what was going on with her little cult church, and I seen kids starting to be manipulated at a young age, that's where it starts, is the manipulation with the kids. So with hers, the end with that one is the kids, because there's kids there being taught self-harm. And I've noticed it, and that's the kind of shit that the government needs to step in on and get involved in, no questions asked. I don't give a shit if it's religion or not. They need to get involved. Why aren't they? There's kids involved. There's kids involved in these religious organizations, these religious cults that are being indoctrinated by these false teachers, taught to do just this weird shit out in the open. Catherine Crick does all her stuff out in the open. David doesn't do his stuff out in the open anymore because he's too scared. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. This is just kind of about, again, David's stage, you know, how much he spent. No doubt. I know for sure. I know for sure he's in over $1 million. Easily. And again, I wonder what the production crew is thinking of this that's building his set. Have they looked into David? Have they done their research into the man they're building this set for? I hope they have. That way my concern for movie prop rentals is David's going to stick them with that stage. And they're going to be like, oh, well, what happened? Where's our... But they're not going to do work without getting paid first. That's the thing. That's the way that works. They're going to get paid first before they do any work. Know that for sure. But they're going to try and stick them with that stage. There's storage fees. I mean, David, you're going to still pay money for that stage, man. But I'm just curious, again, if movie prop rentals, okay, who's building the stage, again, well-known prop company, guys, very well-known. I did my research on it, all right? They do a lot of big builds for a lot of big sets, guys, all right? And I hope they've researched David. I hope they've done their research and find out all the shady shit he's done, all the litigation he's been tied up in, all the shady property deals he's been doing, all the taxes he hasn't filed, all the shady name changes he's done, all the board members that nobody can seem to fucking get a hold of or figure out who's running the board and who's handling the money. David's organization needs to set precedents of what a religion shouldn't be, basically. I think, my opinion, guys, everything here is my opinion. This is what a model of what a religious organization isn't. Changing names, fucking cryptocurrency, taking in Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, David, Apple Pay. It goes beyond shady, okay? So again, movie prop rentals, man, if you guys haven't looked into this guy, I highly recommend that you do. Because you don't know who you're working with. I really hate to tell you guys that. But this guy is... I would... If knowing what I know about him, I would tell him to come get his trucks that he has, because he's got all these 18-wheelers, right? He's got all these 18-wheelers. I would personally tell him to come get his shit, pay his bills, and just probably not do business with them. That's just me, my opinion. He's no doubt either going to try to shaft this company or just stick them with something and make them do the work without David having to pay. That's my opinion, guys. So movie prop rentals, got any questions? Hit me up. I'll love to talk to you about it. But I guess this is more of a heed to warning. You know, be careful with these guys. There's no telling what they might do with the stage build that you guys are doing with them right now. There's no telling. So just, yeah. That's kind of where I'm going with this video. I don't want movie prop rentals to say lose out on the manpower, on the hours. You know, can you imagine the time and the man hours and the work that's gone into something like that, and for it to just be shut down? Be like, oh, we're not going to build it anymore. Halfway done, lose all that. I mean, they're going to get paid regardless. But imagine the man hours lost on a project like that. But David don't give a shit. David never has given a shit about anything. So David, go pick up your stage, dude. Stop building it, dude. Stop building your stage. It's pointless. It's never going to go anywhere.